Bzzz. Hello world, you're looking at a fairly nondescript pattern, which means I have bought stuff and I'm going to show you this stuff. Yes, that's how it goes. Stuff 1, Metal Gear Solid PC box no less. Oh, now this is both good and bad because Metal Gear Solid, fine game. Do love it, yes. PC port, kind of on the crap side. I don't even... Oh, VR missions game included? Well, it's VR missions included, surely. It was not a separate game. You needed the original game, so that would make it an expansion pack or something like that. Silly people. It's nice to have those. Very nice box. If I can get it in focus, that's perfect. Yes. And nicely framed as well. Aren't I good to you? But, so, not the best. Probably not even the best version of it now that I think about it, but, still, not the worst. Stuff the second. Oh boy, this takes me back. I have the vaguest memories of using this, of interacting with this completely non-real person. I don't mean the fact she's a cartoon. She's not real. There's nobody by the name of Mavis Beacon associated with these things. She is not real. But apart from that, it was probably quite fun. I mean, probably spent more time on it than I should have, considering I had plenty of other good games. But even those get boring after a while. Let's be real. Sometimes you just have to do something different. Like actually try and make your way through that giant ass shareware CD you bought. Oh well. Still, gotta try that again. Gotta get my nostalgia on. See what it's all about. Stuff the third. Hard to argue with this one now, isn't it? Probably got this just about the time I got something you can describe as a 3D accelerator. It was actually ATI Rage Pro, if I remember correctly. And not only was it on board, but it was just a broken bit of hardware to start with. I mean, you'd get it playing Unreal Tournament, OpenGL, ran like a dream, nothing to complain about, and then you'd get hit, and the entire screen would go black, and a big red thing would fade out. Oddly enough, I was listening to one of John Carmack's QuakeCon keynote speeches, that's what he calls them, yeah, keynote speeches. And he said that was just broken on that hardware. There was no way to make that work, fading at a big alpha mark, which is a shame. Unrelated to this, of course, but it was a nice story, wasn't it? I'm sharing my life, I probably played this the least out of any of the Quakes. No, tell a lie, I played the first Quake less. Even worse than that, I didn't even play it with the soundtrack, which is just a horrible thing. I'm a horrible person for letting that happen, and I'll have to sort it out. So I've really not much else to say on that one. 4. We're on 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Now, Space Quest 3. First Space Quest I ever played. Never know it's the best one. I'll leave that debate to somebody else, at least until I've reviewed all the damn things. But, I've played a bit of the second one. I've played through the first one. And really, you get to number 3 and it just all changes. You're actually moving around the galaxy rather than from bit to bit and doing nothing and then moving on. I mean, you could go out of order in the planets you visited. It was quite nice. Plus, that cheeky grin when he's chomping down that burger. Look at that. And a soda as well. Lovely. So yeah, fond memories of that one. Of course, it killed you all the goddamn time, but what can you say? Don't know that about Space Quest, don't go in, for God's sake. Of course, how would you know that? Yeah, that was the other thing that's coming next, but I've not finished my train of thought. Yeah, so if you don't know, if you're going into a Space Quest game, expect death a lot. Save early, save often, that's how it works. Next thing. Oh, this one might take some explaining. Now, you've seen the Games Workshop logo on there. You might be thinking, Warhammer? Yeah, Warhammer. That's the one. It's a skirmish game based around a big... Oh god, what are they called? Space Hulk? Yeah, a Space Hulk full of orcs that fall out of the warp on their way to the big... I think that's how you pronounce that. Crash land on the planet, split off into worshipping separate gods, Gork and Mork, which are surprisingly interchangeable. And this is basically you necromundane it up in a big desert planet with orcs. So you get a squad together, you fight other squads, you level up your guys. It sounds weird to say level up in relation to Warhammer, but it's got that RPG aspect to it. You guys can get better at what they do. They can also get injured. And what you're looking at here is the supplement. What does it actually do again? There's a map. Okay, that's not too helpful. It's been that long since I've done it, I can't actually remember. 3 new types of mob for you to command in battle, along with full rules for watching them succeed and grow in a campaign, or fail and falter. Plus you got some new scenery. Sorry you can't read that, but I can't hold it open and zoom in the camera and read it off at the same time. I'm not that talented, which is a shame. Ah, man. I know it would be a total rabbit hole to go back down this again, but I do kind of want to play Gorka Morka, if just one more time. But then I'd have to get a squad together. I'd have to paint them. I can't even turn up with grey miniatures. That's just not how it's done. You'll get laughed out of the place, ostracised forever. So it can't happen. Not like that. Okay, thing the last, and I'm actually going to move this out of the way because it's this bugger. Now, I kicked my WoW habit quite a while ago. That's a 12, really? Yeah, now it's even in focus. That was unexpected. But no, I came across this nonetheless, mainly because it's a big ass collector's edition. So we've got to see the goodies. Mouse mat, what is this, 2010? Art book. Certainly nice to stick on a coffee table, if nothing else. If not to actually get out the damn packaging. There we go. Oh no, go on then. You want me to show you some of the stuffs. There you go. You can probably find it all online anyway. Soundtrack, actual copy of the game, and some cards. I have to remind myself that this was long before Hearthstone came about, so is this the trading card game? I can only assume. Trading card game, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? That wasn't a shiny, you didn't see a shiny. But yeah, not a bad wee package, especially considering what I got it for. And you'll be wondering about where I got these lovely things. I should probably tell you that, because otherwise I'm just a big tease, and that's not nice. See, that's what I do when I don't have enough hands. But yeah, all of that, all these things, I got them for the low price of nothing, would you believe? He says, frantically fixing the focus. For God's sake. There we go. For the low price of free and from one place. Where was that? Well, yeah, just the attic. So yeah, half of these are probably Scots, but you know, stuff to show off, right? Anyway, my battery's dying. See you later.